have four steps: reading, writing, speaking, and reviewing. So I am starting with reading. Introduction. Eat that frog. This is a wonderful time to be alive. There have never been more possibilities and opportunities for you to achieve more of your goals than exist today. As perhaps never before in human history, you are actually drowning in options. In fact, there are so many good things that you can do that your ability to decide among them may be the critical determinant of what you accomplish in life. If you are like most people today, you are overwhelmed with too much to do and too little time. As you struggle to get caught up, new tasks and responsibilities just keep rolling in, like the waves of the ocean. Because of this, you will never be able to do everything you have to do. You will never be caught up. You will always be behind in some of your tasks and responsibilities, and probably in many of them. This is the present situation of everyone today. The need to be selective. For this reason, and perhaps more than ever before, your ability to select your most important task at each moment and then to get started on that task and to get it done both quickly and well will probably have more of an impact on your success than any other quality or skill you can develop. An average person who develops the habit of setting clear priorities and getting important tasks completed quickly will run circles around a genius who talks a lot and makes wonderful plans but who gets very little done. The truth about frogs. It has been said that if the first thing you do each morning to eat a live eat a live frog, you can go through the day with the satisfaction of knowing that that is probably the worst thing that is going to happen to you all day long. Your frog is your biggest, most important task, the one you are most likely to procrastinate on if you don't do something about it. It is also the one task that can have the greatest positive impact on your life and results at that moment. The first rule of frog eating is this: if you have to eat two frogs, eat the ugliest one first. This is another way of saying that if you have two important tasks before you, start with the biggest, hardest, and most important task first. Discipline yourself to begin immediately and then to persist until the task is complete before you go on to something else. Think of this as a test. Treat it like a personal challenge. Resist the temptation to start with the easier task. Continually remind yourself that one of the most important decisions you make each day is what you will do immediately and what you will do later if you do it at all. The second rule of frog eating is this: if you have to eat a live frog at all, it doesn't pay to sit and look at it for a very long time. The key to reaching high levels of performance and productivity is to develop the lifelong habit of tackling your major task first thing each morning. You must develop the routine of eating your frog before you do anything else and without taking too much time to think about it. Take action immediately. In study after study of men and women who get paid more and promoted faster, the quality of action orientation stands out as the most observable and consistent behavior they demonstrate in everything they do. Successful, effective people are those who launch directly into their major tasks and then discipline themselves to work steadily and single mindedly until those tasks are complete. Failure to execute. is one of the biggest problem in organizations today. Many people confuse activity with accomplishment. They talk continually, hold endless meetings, and make wonderful plans, but in the final analysis, no one does the job and gets the results required. Develop the habits of success. Your success in life and work will be determined by the kinds of habits that you develop over time. The habit of setting priorities, overcoming procrastination, and getting on with your most important task is a mental and physical skill. As such, this habit is learnable through practice and repetition over and over again until it locks into your subconscious mind and becomes a permanent part of your behavior. Once it becomes a habit, it becomes both automatic and easy to do. Once it becomes a habit, it becomes both automatic and easy to do. This habit of starting and completing important tasks has an immediate and continuous payoff. You are designed mentally and emotionally in such a way that task completion gives you a positive feeling. It makes you happy. It makes you feel like a winner. Whenever you complete a task of any size or importance, you feel a surge of energy, enthusiasm, and self esteem. The more important the completed task, the happier, more confident, and more powerful you feel about yourself and your world. The completion of an important task triggers the release of endorphins in your brain. These endorphins give you a natural high. The endorphin rush that follows successful completion of any task makes you feel more positive, personable, creative, and confident. Develop a positive addiction. Here is one of the most important of the so-called secrets of success. You can actually develop a positive addiction. A positive addiction to endorphins and to the feeling of enhanced clarity, confidence, and competence that they trigger. When you develop this addiction, you will, at an unconscious level, begin to organize your life in such a way that you are continually starting and completing ever more important tasks and projects. You will actually become addicted in a very positive sense to success and contribution. One of the keys to your living a wonderful life, having a successful career, and feeling terrific about yourself is to develop the habit of starting and finishing important jobs. When you do, this behavior will take on a power of its own and you will find it easier to complete important tasks than not to complete them. No shortcuts. You remember the story of the man who stops a musician on a street in New York and asks how he can get to Carnegie Hall. The musician replies, "Practice, man, practice. Practice is the key to mastering any skill. Fortunately, your mind is like a muscle. It grows stronger and more capable with use. With practice, you can learn any behavior or develop any habit that you consider either desirable or necessary." The 3 Ds of new habit formation. You need 3 key qualities to develop the habits of focus and concentration, which are all learnable. They are decision, discipline, and determination. First, make a decision to develop the habit of task completion. Second, discipline yourself to practice the principles you are about to learn over and over until they become automatic. Discipline yourself to practice the principles you are about to learn over and over until they become automatic. And third, back everything you do with determination until the habit is locked in and becomes a permanent part of your personality. Visualize yourself as you want to be. There is a special way that you can accelerate your progress towards becoming the highly productive, effective, efficient person that you want to be. It consists of your thinking continually about the rewards and benefits of being an action oriented, fast moving, and focused person. See yourself as the kind of person who gets important jobs done quickly and well on a consistent basis. Your mental picture of yourself has a powerful effect on your behavior. Visualize yourself as a person you intend to be in the future. Visualize yourself as the person you intend to be in the future. Your self image, the way you see yourself on the inside, largely determines your performance on the outside. Your self image, the way you see yourself on the inside, largely determines your performance on the outside. All improvements in your outer life begin with improvements on the inside, in your mental pictures. You have a virtually unlimited ability to learn and develop new skills, habits, and abilities. When you train yourself through repetition and practice to overcome procrastination and get your most important tasks completed quickly, you will move on to the fast track in your life and career and step on the accelerator of your potential. Now comes the first chapter. Set the table. There is one quality which one must possess to win, and this that is definiteness of purpose, the knowledge of what one wants, and a burning desire to achieve it. The knowledge of what one wants, that means ikigai, and a burning desire to achieve it. Before you can determine your frog and get on with the job of eating it, you have to decide exactly what you want to achieve in each area of your life. Clarity is perhaps the most important concept in personal productivity. The number one reason why some people get more work done faster is because they are absolutely clear about their goals and objectives and they don't deviate from them. The greater clarity you have regarding what you want and the steps you will have to take to achieve it, the easier it will be for you to overcome procrastination, eat your frog, and complete the task before you. A major reason for procrastination and lack of motivation is vagueness, confusion, fuzzy mindedness about what you are trying to do and in what order and for what reason. You must avoid this common condition with all your strength by striving for ever greater clarity in your major goals and tasks. Here is a great rule for success. Think on paper. Only about 3% of adults have clear written goals. These people accomplish 5 and 10 times as much as people of equal or better education and ability, but who, for whatever reason, have never taken the time to write out exactly what they want. You must write on a paper what you really want. There is a powerful formula for setting and achieving goals that you can use for the rest of your life. It consists of 7 simple steps. Any one of these steps can double and triple your productivity if you are not currently using it. Many of my graduates have increased their incomes dramatically in a matter of few years or even a few months with the simple 7-part method. Step 1. Decide exactly what you want. Either decide for yourself or sit down with your boss and discuss your goals and objectives until you are crystal clear about what is expected of you and in what order of priority. It is amazing how many people are working away day after day on low value tasks because they have not had this critical discussion with their managers. One of the very worst uses of time is to do something very well that needed not to be done at all. Stephen Covey says, if the ladder is not leaning against the right wall, every step we take just gets us to the wrong place faster. Step 2. Write it down. Think on paper. When you write down a goal, you crystallize it and give it tangible form. You create something that you can touch and see. On the other hand, a goal or objective that is not written is merely a wish or a fantasy. It has no energy behind it. Unwritten goals lead to confusion, vagueness, misdirection, and numerous mistakes. Step 3. Set a deadline on your goal. Set sub deadlines if necessary. A goal or decision without a deadline has no urgency. It has no real beginning or end. Without a definite deadline accomplished by the assignment or acceptance of specific responsibility for completion, you will naturally procrastinate and get very little done. Step 4. Make a list of everything you can think of that you are going to have to do to achieve your goal. As you think of new activities, add them to your list. Keep building your list until it is complete. List gives you a visual picture of larger task or objective. It gives you a track to run on. It dramatically increases the likelihood that you will achieve your goals as you have defined it and on schedule. Step 5. Organize the list into a plan. Organize your list by priority and sequence. List all tasks in order they need to be done. Take a few minutes to decide what you need to do first and what you can do later. You must prioritize your things. Decide what has to be done before something else and what needs to be done afterward. Even better, lay out your plan visually in the form of a series of boxes and circles on a sheet of paper with lines and arrows showing the relationship of each task to every other task. You will be amazed at how much easier it is to achieve your goal when you break it down into individual tasks. With a written goal and an organized plan of action, you will be far more productive and efficient than people who are carrying their goals around in their minds. Step 6. Take action on your plan immediately. Do something, do anything. An average plan vigorously executed is far better than a brilliant plan on which nothing is done. For you to achieve any kind of success, execution is everything. You must have a plan, then must execute it, must work on it. Step 7. Resolve to do something every single day that moves you towards your major goal. Build this activity into your daily schedule. You may decide to read a specific number of pages on a key subject. You may call on a specific number of prospects or customers. You may engage in a specific period of physical exercise. You may learn a certain number of new words in a foreign language. Whatever it is, you must never miss a day. Keep pushing forward. Once you start moving, keep moving. Don't stop. This decision, this discipline alone can dramatically increase your speed of goal accomplishment and boost your personal productivity. The power of written goals. Clear written goals have a wonderful effect on your thinking. They motivate you and galvanize you into action. They stimulate your creativity, release your energy, and help you overcome procrastination as much as any other factor. Goals are the fuel in the furnace of achievement. The bigger your goals and the clearer they are, the more excited you become about achieving them. The more you think about your goals, the greater becomes your inner drive and your desire to accomplish them. Think about your goals and review them daily. Every morning when you begin, take action on the most important task you can accomplish to achieve your most important goals at the moment. Take a clean sheet of paper right now and make a list of 10 goals you want to accomplish in the next year. Write your goals as though a year has already passed and they are now a reality. Use the present tense, positive voice, and first person singular so that they are immediately accepted by your subconscious mind. For example, you could write, I earn number of dollars per day by this date, or I weigh number of pounds by this date. I drive such and such a car by this date. These are your goals. Review your list of 10 goals and select one goal that you achieved it would have the greatest positive impact on your life. Whatever that goal is, write it on a separate sheet of paper. Set a deadline, make a plan, take action on your plan, and they do something every day that moves you towards the goal. This exercise alone could change your life. Second chapter is plan every day in advance. Planning is bringing the future into the present so that you can do something about it now. You have heard the old question, how do you eat an elephant? The answer is one bite at a time. So you must work one thing at a time. How do you eat your biggest, ugliest frog? The same way, you break it down into specific step by step activities and then you start on the first one. Your mind, your ability to think, plan, and decide is your most powerful tool for overcoming procrastination and increasing your productivity. Your ability to set goals, make plans, and take action on them determines the course of your life. The very act of thinking and planning unlocks your mental powers, triggers your creativity, and increases your mental and physical energies. Conversely, taking action without thinking things through is a prime source of problems. Taking action without thinking things through is a prime source of problems. हमने कुछ सोचा नहीं और ऐसे एक्शन ले लिया तो उसका कोई सेंस नहीं है. Your ability to make good plans before you act is a measure of your overall competence. The better the plan you have, the easier it is for you to overcome procrastination, to get started, to eat your frog, and then to keep going. Increase your return on energy. One of your top goals at work should be to get the highest possible return on your investment of your mental, emotional, and physical energy. The good news is that every minute spent in planning saves as many as 10 minutes in execution. It takes only about 10 to 12 minutes for you to plan your day. So I remember the saying by the Einstein. He was asked, if you have to cut a tree, what you will do. So he said, I will spend a lot of hours in making the axe stronger, sharper. Then I will cut the tree in the last time that I am left with. Okay, then increase your return on energy. One of your top goals at work should be to get the highest possible return on your investment of your mental, emotional, and physical energy. The good news is that every minute spent in planning saves as many as 10 minutes in execution. If we plan well, we execute well. It takes only about 10 to 12 minutes for your plan your day, but this small investment of time will save you up to 2 hours invested time and diffuse effort throughout the day. You may have heard of the 6P formula. It says proper prior planning prevents poor performance. 6P formula is proper prior planning prevents poor performance. When you consider how helpful planning can be in increasing your productivity and performance, it is amazing how few people practice it every single day, and planning is really quite simple to do. All you need is a piece of paper and pen. The most sophisticated Outlook system, computer app, or time planner is based on the same principle. It is based on your sitting down and making a list of everything you have to do before you begin. 2 extra hours per day. Always work from a list. When something new comes up, add it to the list before you do it. You can increase your productivity and output by 25% or more. About 2 hours a day from the first day that you begin working consistently from a list. Make your list the night before for the workday ahead. Move everything that you have not yet accomplished onto your list for the coming day, and then add everything that you have to do the next day. When you make your list the night before, your subconscious mind will work on your list all night long while you sleep. Often you will wake up with extra ideas and insights that you can use to get your job done faster and better than you had initially thought. The more time you take to make written lists of everything you have to do in advance, the more effective and efficient you will be. मतलब आपको क्या करना है, आप जो भी करने वाले हैं उसकी पहले लिस्ट बनानी है, तो ये आपका काम इजी कर देगा. Different list for different purposes. You need different lists for different purposes. First, you should create a master list on which you write down everything you can think of that you want to do sometime in future. This is place where you capture every idea and every new task or responsibility that comes up. You can sort out the items later. Second, you should have a monthly list that you make at the end of the month for the month ahead. This may contain items transferred from your master list. Third, you should have a weekly list where you plan your entire week in advance. This is a list that is under construction as you go through the current work. The discipline of systematic time planning can be very helpful to you. Many people have told me that the habit of taking a couple of hours at the end of each week to plan the coming week has increased their productivity dramatically and changed their lives completely. This technique will work for you as well. Finally, you should transfer items from your monthly and weekly lists onto your daily list. These are the specific activities that you are going to accomplish the following day. As you work through the day, tick off the items of the sheet on the list as you complete them. This activity gives you a visual picture of accomplishment. It generates a feeling of success and forward motion. Seeing yourself working progressively through your list motivates and energizes you. It raises your self esteem and self respect. Steadily visible progress propels you forward and helps you overcome protections. Planning a project. Next one is when you have a project of any kind, begin by making a list of every step that you will have to complete to finish the project from beginning to end. Organize the steps by priority, what is most important, and sequence, which task you must complete in order. Lay out the project in tasks in front of you. Lay out the project in front of you on paper or on a computer based project planner so that you can see every step and task. Then go to work on the desk at a time. You will be amazed at how much you get done in this way. As you work through your lists, you will feel more and more effective and powerful. You will feel more in control of your life. You will be naturally and motivated to do even more. You will think better and more creatively to and do even more. and you will get more and better insights that enable you to do your work even faster. Thank you.